Let's take another look at the rising tension in some parts of the country. Joining me live from Abuja is a security risk management and intelligence specialist, Dr. Kabir Adamu. Thanks a lot for joining us on the news at 10.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. Some of these states where we're beginning to see these attacks again, there was a lockdown, there was a curfew, and security forces mounted different barricades, etc. How can we now be seeing attacks on this scale with all that in place?
No matter how we want to paint it, it's an unfortunate reflection of the weakness of governance. The fact that security agencies are not able to capitalize on the lockdown and ensure that these types of security incidences are nipped in the bud, and of course the perpetrators are arrested, show that governance is weak in these areas, as it were.
In areas like Katsina, we see 3 local governments there being attacked. Now we hear the federal government talk about decisive steps, decisive force. We're trying to control a pandemic. What sort of steps do you think can be taken so that the gains that we're trying to make don't get reversed?
I would like to take us back to December 2019, when the National Security Advisor launched the revised National Security Strategy 2019. At that time, we were promised that there's going to be a paradigm shift from the state-centric approach to security that we've been used to since independence to what the National Security Advisor called this citizen-centered security. And under that, there are different components. One of them would include community policing. So the major challenge has been a lack of implementation of that document. And frankly, I had expected that during today's meeting, we will get a review or some comments by the Office of the National Security Advisor to tell us that this is how far this strategy is being implemented. These are the challenges. This is what the federal government is doing. This is what the state government is doing. Now, that level of implementation has limits for every, state level. At the federal level, you have levels of implementation. At the state level, fortunately, we have going that's
These are unprecedented times, in terms of health and safety protocols, and we're going to have to do all this implementation you're talking about, and then take on the health and safety protocols. What do you think should be done first in terms of a priority, seeing as we're now going to have to control an unseen enemy and one we can see?
The idea of security has changed. Everything around security involves, of course, national security, food security, health security, and the amazing thing is that all of these are captured in that document. We don't need to reinvent the wheel, frankly. They're all captured in that document. It's all about implementation. So it's about coordination at the federal level, the state level, and then, of course, at the community level. We can, run around this. But frankly, there is nothing but going back to that document and ensuring its implementation. And to that extent, I would like to speak about the monitoring and evaluation that civil society organizations, the media, can also do. When the National Security Advisor was giving his press briefing today, those are the kind of questions I expected even the media to ask him. What have you done in terms of the implementation of the document launched in 2019? So the tool is in our hand. It's all about making sure that we use those tools instead of allowing it to gather dust.
All right, Security Risk Management and Intelligence Specialist, Dr. Kabir Adamu, thanks a lot for joining us on the News at 10 tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.